Hello everyone, we are here today in our live stream to discuss why you should study bachelor and master's in the Faculty of Social Studies. And today I'm here with
Laura.
And Sebastian.
And I'm Yasmin. I study international relations and European politics in the bachelor program
and I'm a master's student of public and social policy and human resources. This is my last semester.
And I'm on my second semester in the energy policy program.
We are all student ambassadors for each of our programs. I am originally from Brazil, and Laura?
I'm originally from Colombia.
And I'm from Norway.
Okay, today we're going to talk a little more about our programs, our life in Brno, our life as a student in Faculty of Social Studies, and also answer some of your questions. Yeah.
So I think that the first question that everyone has is like, why Czech Republic? So I don't know if you want to start.
Yeah, I choose to start at this university because I was here on Erasmus a couple of years ago, and I liked it very much. So, and I thought it was a very easy start to my master's to go to a school I knew from before. Mm-hmm. And Czech Republic is a very nice country to live in, with affordable prices and short travel to most places in Europe.
True. What about you?
My story is kind of funny. My parents were having like a trip around Europe, and my dad heard about this city, and he heard that this was like a student city. And I decided to do like a little bit of research, and I found like the exact program I wanted to study. I really like human resources, and during my bachelor, my thesis was in public policy, so I think I found like the perfect match for both of them.
True.
And what about you?
I knew I wanted to study abroad from a very young age, like from 11 years old. And then I just started looking for options. I had a company, like a mentorship, to help me with the application process. And then based on my interests and, let's say, my budget, what I wanted to do, they gave me some options. And fortunately, Masaryk University was in one of the suggestions. And then I didn't even know, like, Brno, like, what is it, you know? When I thought about Czech Republic, I was okay, Prague, obviously. But then Brno was a really nice surprise. And Masaryk University is just such a high education, high quality education, I would say. So it was just the perfect choice because I really wanted to do international relations. Mm-hmm. I was not being flexible about any other course. So yeah, this was just perfect. You know, in how Sebastian said, it's in the middle of Europe, so it's perfect to travel around.
True,
so,
true.
Yeah.
And the prices, I mean, is very affordable.
Yes, compared to other countries, compared to other places. Yeah, I think even the living costs, right? I think we can talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, in general, living costs are much more affordable compared to its neighbors, like in Austria and Germany, and might even Poland is a little bit cheaper, and even them. So.
Yes, yes. What about studying housing? I think you can talk more about that because of the dorms and all.
Yes, I think that was like when I came here, I was so afraid like what I'm going to do, where I'm going to live. But it was great because the university really gives you like a lot of options. Like my first option was a dormitory. I'm still living in a dormitory. And it's great because it's super affordable and you get the chance to meet a lot of people from everywhere. So I don't know, we have like in some dormitories we have like shared kitchens, so you have like a party there every day because you get to see people cooking from their country. And stuff like that. So yeah, and it's very, I mean, the only kind of challenge there is that you have to be like super prepared when they open for the dormitories because there is a line. So I think that will be like my first recommendation, to be on time, because the sooner that you enter to the website, it's easier to find a place.
Oh, actually, funny story, fun fact. I also tried to get a dormitory, but the time difference between here and Brazil is 5 hours. So I remember they opened at like 10 a.m., I think. It was like 5 a.m. in Brazil, and I just didn't wake up, you know? So that's kind of why I'm in a private one right now. So pay attention to that.
Yeah, I remember when I booked a student dormitory when I was here on Erasmus, I was on the website like 10 minutes before 10 o'clock. It was pretty like refreshing. I need to get first in line because most of the best accommodations disappear very fast there.
Yeah, there is a lot of people.
Yeah, if you want to live in one of those most popular, you need to be on the website exactly at 10.
Yeah.
If not,
What would you say is like the most popular dormitory?
Yeah.
Vinarska.
Vinarska, I think it's some other are popular as well, but they are very small ones.
And you can have barbecues there, right?
Yeah, it's so cool because in Vinarska you have like this really green part, and you also have the opportunity to do barbecues. You have like a basketball field to play, and yeah, you also have even a gym there. So it's
Wow,
it's a
very
really
nice.
good, and like a study room. So yeah, I really recommend Vinarska. I live there right now, and I think that is like the best option in my opinion.
Nice. And how long does it take to go from Vinarska to FSS, you say?
It's like, I mean, you can even go by foot if you like. It's like 30 minutes, or you can take the tram, or you also have the bus. There's like many options to go to university.
Yeah, public transport here is amazing,
It's
as
amazing,
well,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Top.
at all hours of the day, you are able to get a public transport either through the tram or the buses during the day, or through the night buses.
Yeah, night buses always save me like leaving a party, so it's always
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it's so good. It's like 24 hours. So
Yes, it's very good and affordable as well. They have like student discounts if you have the Isaac card.
Yeah.
So it's just perfect, I would say.
yeah,
Yes,
same.
yes.
I love that part about Berlin. It's so different from where I'm from. So
Yeah,
yeah,
of
it's
course.
very
Yeah,
nice.
for us, it's very different, I would say. Yeah.
Okay, so what about the classes? The
Oh,
important
the
part.
classes. Let's go into that.
Okay, do you want to start?
Yeah, as a student at the energy policy program, we have at the mandatory courses very straightforward energy policy related course like energy policy of the European Union, or like energy policy of the Czech Republic and the region, and you have also like introductional courses like energy and society. And you have option to like have other energy related courses, selected courses like oil and gas.
So you kind of specify in something.
Yeah, you can choose to specify it in like one type of the sector.
Nice.
And as a student here at Maastricht University, you have the opportunity to take many other courses who are not related to your program. So this semester I have, for example, an AI tools course, and I also have a sports and society course.
Nice.
So if you want to have a little bit variation in your time schedule, you have many options.
Yes, of course.
So you don't have to be completely locked into only have one type of courses here.
True,
Yeah.
true.
And which one is your favorite?
The most learningful is maybe the AI course, I remember, but it's a lot of reading and knowledge you need to observe from the courses. It's like energy policy of the Czech Republic and the region, or the energy and society class.
Sounds interesting.
Nice. What about you, Laura?
Well, kind of the same. We also have compulsory courses and optionals one. I think it's very interesting because one of the things I like the most about this program is that we have the opportunity to not only learn about European policies. The thing that we have like students from everywhere is so helpful because everyone can provide a little bit of their background. So the classes are actually very good. You can like to debate and you get like so much good information. So yeah, like right now I'm taking a course about European labor markets with a gender perspective. And it's really interesting to see the different policies that each country has.
Yes.
And yeah, this is actually one of my favorite lectures right now. What about you?
Nice. Wow, me. For the bachelors, I think we have a lot of introductory classes, especially in first semester. So I had some classes about history. I had history of the world and then history of specifically Europe. So yeah. And then right now I'm taking like human rights, which is very interesting. We are learning about the European Court of Human Rights. We just had a debate today where we were simulating a case between NGO and Czech Republic. And I was representing the European Court of Human Rights. And then the debate was about the right to a healthy environment. So it was very nice to moderate the debate and also to see how they both defend their positions, you know, and to have like a practical experience, I would say. That was very nice. And, you know, we have also theory of EHR, which is also very interesting. We get to learn all the theories because there's like lenses that you can see the word politics, and learning about each of them and to apply them is also very interesting to do those kind of policy analysis, I would say. So yeah, and you can also do courses relating to economics. You can do courses relating to international law. I took, for example, transitional justice, which was very much about international law. So you know, you can see through your bachelor's which kind of path you want to take, if you want to specify into something, and I think that's very nice. And how Sebastian said, we can also choose some courses that don't have to do with our bachelor. So that's very nice, just to see like if you have made a good choice, like just to discover yourself as you go through your bachelor's. So that's also very nice. Yeah.
And you also have the language courses.
Oh yes, of course. How could I forget that? I always say yes. I always say that that's a very important, especially for international relations. I think we have to be, you know, as international as possible, I would say, and it opens a lot of opportunities and doors when it comes to the market, you know. And we have here at our faculty, we have Spanish classes. I took that for like a year. So it's all for beginners, but anyways, it's very good. And French as well, which also helped me a lot. Challenging, of course, but also helped me a lot. It's, you know, the second most important language in the United Nations, so that's very useful for us. And also Czech.
We have Czech together.
Yes, we have Czech together. I'm still taking Czech. Yeah, it's you know, I think it's a very challenging language for us, for all of us. And you know, it's not. I would not say that it's completely necessary to live here because we're all like kind of like surviving with our English. But it makes a difference for sure.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah. How would you say that it impacts your daily life, like the Czech thing?
Well, yeah, as you mentioned, it's not that necessary to know the Czech, but of course it's so helpful. For example, when you have to go to visa stuff.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's like kind of necessary that you speak a little bit of Czech or you take someone with you who is able to communicate. But yeah, I think that overall, I mean, in my experience, I have been able to go through life with English, so so yeah, it's also possible. But it was a great class to have the opportunity to get to know a little bit more about the culture and to be able to communicate with the people from here. So yeah, what about you? But you speak a little bit of Czech, right?
No, like my Czech is very limited. If it's any Norwegian watching, they will know like Czech and Norwegian are very different languages. So. I know how to say hello, thank you, and I will pay by card. It's like kartu prosím. If you learn that, you will do fine. Like I never meet in my daily life any major challenges.
Same.
Because I don't speak Czech, but like it's an advantage.
Yeah, definitely.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, and also I think to really immerse yourself in the country and in the culture and where you are. I mean, if you have the will, you know, if you are determined, if you are dedicated to it, I think it's totally possible. I personally have a friend that she doesn't study here, but she's been here, she's Brazilian. She's been here for 7 years now, and she speaks fluent Czech. So it's possible, you know? I just want to send this message that it is possible, you can do it. But of course, it's very challenging and takes a lot of will, I would say, for us especially.
Definitely.
Which, I think that like for people from, for example, Ukraine, it might be easier, like similar in some sense. Even Poland, with Polish. But
Polish, Slovakian, Ukrainian, all the Slavic languages.
The Slavic,
will do very fine here.
Yes. What else can we talk?
Well, about how is living here. I mean, I think that's
the personal experience. Good.
How was your experience when you first arrived here? Like cultural shock? How was it?
Oh yes. I came here with my stepmom. Actually, she stayed here with me for a few days so she could help me get settled. And then she left, and when she left, that was the biggest shock because I was only 18 years old, and it was my first time traveling abroad. So I was, of course, very scared. It was my first time also speaking just in English, you know? Like, I knew English, I was fluent on it, but I never had to actually use it. So, yeah, that was kind of, it was very challenging. And then you just have to, you know, have all your first, like going to the ministry to register yourself for the visa. Even the supermarket, you have to discover the name of the things, and you are all the time using the Google Translator. But then you kind of like get a hand on things, and it, you know. And I was also very excited for the orientation week because we have an amazing orientation week here. You know, they take us to do a tour around the city. They are so nice. They take us to get some beers, even to discover some pubs, and then we have the faculty tour, which I think all of us have participated, even like as a student or giving the tour, which is very nice. Yeah, and I know like the staff here of the faculty, they help so much. They are so helpful. You can always go to them during their office hours and they will be willing to help. So that's very good to have a good orientation, I would say.
Yeah, and they're very quick to answer the emails. If you have any issues, just send it to admission or the staff here at the university, and you will get a reply very quickly. And
yes, so very nice. What about you? Your experience?
I mean, yes, it was kind of like a shock when I first got here. My dad wanted me to come with my mom, but I was like, no, I want to do this by myself. And it was so good because the university has like this program where they assign you like a buddy. So I remember mine, she texted me like, I don't know, a month before I arrived here. And she was also Colombian, so it was great because she actually waited for me at the train station. So yeah, I think she makes things way easier in that case. Well, for you, I think it's easier.
Yeah,
we're already here.
So you just you know.
So I knew what I went to before, so I had it very well planned out before, as soon as I got admitted to the program. So I knew where in the city I wanted to live, how the classes are going to be, so and how to sign up, get registered and enrolled for the courses. It's a process, but it's very simple once you have done it once.
Yeah, I think that we have a few questions. So I don't know if Jasmine, you can talk a little bit about the studying clubs.
Yes, the study clubs, the biggest one is Munimun, which is the Model United Nations of our faculty. And it just happened this weekend. So during Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I was here all day at our faculty. I was joined with 200 delegates, Munimun organization, because I was part of the organization. And yeah, we had 200 delegates, which is a lot. We had people coming from Hungary, all the way to Hungary to be here with us and be a delegate. And, you know, it's very enriching. It's very diplomatic. I mean, you get to really be put into the shoes of someone that is a real politician, I would say. And it is so important for international relations because that's what we are aiming for, I would say. That's like the biggest goal, to become a diplomat and to represent a country and to discuss politics. So, yeah, and we had like 7 committees. I was the head of the Economic and Social Council. But we also had UN Women, we had NATO for the first time, we had UNICEF, which was by the high schoolers, the delegates were high schoolers, which was also very nice to include them. We had human rights, you know, we had Security Council, of course. And yeah, it was so nice to see how they grow and how they speak and how, like, their views and how good they represent a country. And all of that, and I had so much fun, like watching them cooperate, watching them, because you have to draft a resolution. So watching them cooperate, having teamwork, being diplomatic, it was so enriching, and I also learned a lot about, you know, leadership skills, management skills. So it was really great, and I definitely encourage everyone to be either a delegate or, you know, even be part of our organization, yes.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I'm not a member of any club, so
Yeah,
why are you looking at me? I don't know, but...
So, how did you become a student ambassador, and what are you helping with? Would you say?
Yeah, like I was recommended by some the former student ambassador I had one course with, and she is friends with friends I knew from my Erasmus days. So she knew who I was, and she recommended me to Michelle, who is leader of the student ambassadors. And I found it quite nice to be a student ambassador. Czech Republic is so affordable. So if you are from Western Europe, you don't really need to work on the side. So it's a nice side gig to have. So it's a nice way to socialize and to learn more about the university and what kind of opportunities you can get here. And I think it can look nice on your CV. So I will absolutely recommend becoming a student ambassador.
Yes, yes. What about you, Laura?
Yeah, same. I mean, my story is a little bit different. Michaela contacted me, and I was not sure about what was the position for, the role, what was the. But yeah, it's very nice. I mean, you get to share your experience with other people who are going through the same thing. So I think that's kind of nice to be able to guide them, because I remember when I was applying, I have so many doubts and everything seemed so confusing. The whole visa thing, everything was like a completely new world.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that is like a good role. You get the opportunity to share your experience and to participate in many different activities, which is always good.
Yes.
And to meet you guys. So it's
It's very nice to make new friends as well, right? Yeah. Guys, what would you say was the hardest thing when preparing for Mazurk University? Like the admission process, all of that?
The test part, I will say, maybe.
Yeah, when you're applying for the energy policy program, you have to deliver an essay and have an interview with two of the professors, Jan and Philip. And I will recommend to come well prepared, because you can get various questions about the energy policy and about your essay. So I recommend people writing their essays carefully and try to think about the issues they have wrote about before the interview.
Yeah, true. And I think that is also kind of easy, the whole process to apply, because it's very very
Intuitive.
self-explanatory.
Yeah, it goes very straightforward.
Yes, yes.
So you can do it by yourself. You don't need to have any
Yeah,
kind of
and it takes very short amount of time.
Yeah.
Like you upload a necessary document, though it's not major. Is your passport, transcript, essay.
I don't remember what else. But yeah, the documents are very
Yeah,
Easy,
very
like
easy,
transcript
yeah.
of your records as well,
Yeah.
of high school, yeah. And
yeah, just prepare for the exam.
yeah, it's not long for the admission process. Like you get an answer super fast. I
Yeah.
would say like a week maximum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a week after I filled out my application, I got a mail for the interview, and just 2 days after I got the message, I was accepted into the program. So this goes very fast.
Yes.
It's not like a waiting period. You have to wonder, did I get in?
Yeah.
Did I not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very easy process to apply.
Yeah.
Like everything is on the website, and if you have questions, you can just send the email, and yeah, they reply super fast, which is great, because I mean, when you are doing this for the first time, you have many doubts. But they're the email, they reply very, very, very fast, and they help you as much as they can.
And also, all of our programs are still open for application until 15th of May. So don't hesitate, especially if you have a visa to deal with. It's better to have time to prepare other documents that you need for the visa and to go to the embassy of your country and all of that. So, Laura, how is it hard to find a job without knowing Czech?
I actually have a job.
Yes, that's why I asked you.
And I mean, I want to say that in my experience, it was very easy. I remember last year, it was January, and I said, okay, I want to find a job. And it only took me 2 weeks to find a job.
Wow.
And it's a good company. I mean, we have many different companies here, but they are looking for mostly support with languages. So if you speak a different language, it's going to be, in my opinion, very, very easy to have. I will not recommend to get a job on your second semester though, because for me it was a little bit chaotic to have like the university and the work thing, but there's also part-time jobs. My brother is also living here now, and yeah, he also find a job, so, but he is like part-time. So I think that it's very easy. You don't need to speak Czech. Like as I said before, I don't speak Czech at all.
Yes.
And I was able to find a job only with English and in my case with the Spanish. But yeah, there are many different opportunities here in Brno. So yeah, I don't think that it's necessary to speak Czech to have a job.
Yeah.
Such a large part of Brno is students. So, large companies comes to Brno because they know like it's a lot of international students here, so they can find someone who speaks any kind of language. So like it's very beneficial for the companies also to come to Brno. So there's many opportunities here and seen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I actually work with a lot of people from university,
Yeah.
so I see them here and then I see them at work.
Yeah, I heard
Yes.
about your company. It's all like
Yeah.
students.
Yeah, it's
so
like
they
your
try
own
to bring
organization, you know?
everyone.
We have a little university there, so yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it's like really hard.
Yeah, I know that Brno is considered the Czech Silicon Valley. You know, the same that we have in California,
Yeah.
because it's very famous for its IT companies, and they are all very international. So there's a lot of opportunities, especially if you spoke another language, especially in customer support, that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
exactly.
So it's very, very nice, and you don't need that much Czech, you know?
Zero. Okay, what else do we have? Well, do you have tips when looking for a private accommodation?
Oh my God, I do. Actually, if you try to like know how to write, like rent an apartment, Brno in Czech, it's better because then it actually shows different results when you search for it in Czech or if you search for it in English, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes even difference in price. So like it's better if you look for it in Czech. Also join Facebook groups. There are like flats to rent in Brno, stuff like that. There are a lot of them. Just like search for keywords in Facebook and on Google about renting, and you're gonna find something. And also there are many websites. There's S Reality. I think I can mention that one. Which ones? There's so many. Yeah.
In the university, there is like a...
Yeah.
In the university website, you can see like a few recommendations, like where to look, because you have to also be careful when you follow the
Yes,
group. So.
of course, of course.
Yeah.
Search for reliable websites.
Yeah, yeah, and try to. If you cannot come here in person, have
Yes.
viewings. Try to get a viewing
Like a
online.
video call.
Yeah, video
Yeah.
call.
Oh, yeah.
I actually
because,
did that.
Unfortunately, it's the scammers here below
Yes,
as well.
yes.
So
Be careful.
be careful out there.
Yes, yes.
What are some of the languages you can take during your degree? Are they limited to Spanish, Czech, and French? I think there's also Portuguese. My friend took Portuguese.
Oh, nice. But then it's in either in the language center or in the Faculty of Arts. It's not in the
Yeah.
Faculty of Social Studies, but you definitely can take
And you
it.
can take them, yes.
Yeah.
And I know there's also Russian.
Russian,
Yeah, even Norwegian actually.
Really?
That actually surprised me. I saw
I'm-
it.
yeah.
I think they have Swedish as well. So,
I think-
but
yeah.
those courses are mostly at the Faculty of Art. But
Yeah.
you will be allowed to study as long as it's not your first language. So they
Yes,
will let me study
yes.
Norwegian, of course.
Yeah.
But
They have, I think they have German as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
German.
German.
For sure.
Yeah, and I heard that they have Arabic and like you said,
Yes.
many amount of
Yeah.
language you can choose
Yeah.
to study.
Because there's a center for language here in
Yeah.
Mazurk University, so I'm sure that they offer more in language
And we
classes.
know right now, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So about internships, what do you guys have to say about internships?
I don't have that much to say.
Yeah.
We just had
Yeah.
the job, right? What
Yeah.
about you,
Yeah,
Sebastian?
I'm still on my second semester, but I applied for some internship back in Norway. So when it comes to internship, I think you should be prepared to need to do a lot of effort on your own. Like
Yes.
You can always go to a professor or
To give a recommendation,
Yeah, give a
right?
recommendation, or if they know about something here in Czech Republic. But that's a process you have to do a lot yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think the university offers like internships directly.
Yeah, they encourage you
Yeah,
to search for
encourage,
them. They can give you credits for it if you are doing during your studies, during the semester. But you know, it's not directly with them, that part. You have to kind of search for yourself. But as I said, the big companies also offer internships opportunities. And I personally did a GlobeSec internship. And GlobeSec is a think tank, a Slovak think tank, that they have every year. They have a forum where they reunite high politicians from all over the world, I would say, especially Europe, of course. And it's 3 days that they discuss a lot of matters. They give, you know, big speeches in front of an audience, or they are doing like bilateral meetings. It was very nice for me because I was in the bilateral meetings team, and I was responsible for one of the meeting rooms, like the very private meeting rooms. And I got to meet Ursula von der Leyen, which is the president of the European Commission. So that was very, very nice. I also met the president of Serbia, the president of Kosovo, a lot of ambassadors, a lot of like ministries, like different ministries. So that was very enriching and the opportunity that I will never forget. And it was only possible because I was studying international relations in Maastricht, I would say. So yeah, you can definitely do that. You just need to, you know, be aware of the opportunities and look for them, I would say, yeah.
Okay. Can you take part of the activities organized by the Faculty of Social Studies, even though you study at another faculty, for example, the Faculty of Arts?
I think so.
I will say so.
Yeah.
I think I have
Yeah,
friends.
Like we have the
you
barbecue, we have
The hiking.
the hiking, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
the hiking is soon. I think it's in 2 weeks. Looking forward to it. And it's barbecue, and that's my favorite. Like each year.
We're gonna have the barbecue in May.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice. In the last week of classes.
Yeah.
So yeah, just before exams, you know?
Perfect.
Perfect. Very nice. On a scale of 1 to 10, how like is it for a newcomer bachelor student to get a solo dorm room?
I think it depends how fast
Oh,
you
no, I
you are.
think the odds are pretty slim. Like, those are very hard to
Yeah,
get.
the solo rooms,
If you
yes.
like prefer to have a single room, like myself, you should be prepared to go on the
now?
public market or the private
Yeah,
market.
private, for sure.
I mean, there are a few rooms in dormitories, but
Yeah.
everyone fights for that. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
they
a lot of
disappear right
students.
away.
Yeah.
yeah,
So you are lucky if you manage to get one.
exactly. But it's possible if you.
Yeah, absolutely possible.
If you're
And
lucky,
if
yes.
you don't get one on the first try, some like gets available later in the semester. So you should look at the web page during semester if you're not satisfied with your job and now living situation. You can easily apply for a new room, even you have a like longer contract.
Yeah, true. You can send emails. I mean, they are really helpful, so you can check if you don't get it at the first time. Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, it's confirmed. You can all go to the faculty activities, even if you don't belong to that faculty.
Yeah, and it's very nice to socialize,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
To meet new
yeah.
friends, to talk, share your experience. It's very nice.
I think you almost can show up even if you're not a student. Like no one checks your ID or anything.
We
like
usually, yeah, we
I
usually
don't bring
do.
my student ID. I just show up and say hello to people.
Just look smart and get there.
Just look like a student, and
Yeah.
you're good. Like
Just pretend.
yeah, just show up and say meet people.
But yeah, now that you mentioned about socializing, I think that's one of the best things about here. You get to meet people from literally everywhere, and people are so friendly because everyone here is new and no one has like, I don't know, a lot of friends here. So you get like to socialize a lot, and there are a lot of activities. If you like to, I don't know, hang out, drink, whatever you like, you are going to be able to find something to do here.
Yes.
I see we got a question here about living in Brno and working in Vienna because it's high wages in Vienna. I have never heard about
I have
anyone, but it should be pretty simple because it goes buses and train all the time, like several every hour. So it should absolutely be doable. And take the bus or the train to Vienna only takes like an hour. So
Yeah,
Yes, true.
I mean, I have friends who work in Prague, and that's like 3 hours away.
Yeah.
So I think it's possible
Yeah.
to work in
Yeah, I
Vienna,
also have
go every day.
colleagues who work in
Prague?
Prague and live there and also study here. So
Yeah, because there's you can do hybrid work,
Yeah.
and you can be like few days in the office and a few days here. So it's totally possible to do it. And so I have a question specifically for international relations. So what is the best compulsory class that I had in the program so far? That's a very hard question. I would say I enjoyed them all in different ways. They all opened, my mind to different things. I can definitely mention global politics, I would say, because you go through, every week, you go through a theme that it shows you how it connects with international relations. So we had ethics, we had religion, we had gender. Gender one was very, very nice. And, all the different themes that you can connect to ER, because when you think about international relations, I think it's just so broad that people don't really connect to anything. But then you see that, it's connected to everything. It's so broad because it is connected to everything. And to study about that, it was very, very enriching for me. But I really enjoy them all. If you really, truly have a passion for international relations, you're definitely going to enjoy most of them. Some are harder than others. Some professors are stricter than others, I'd say. But it's totally manageable. And if you really like it, you're going to like it either way. So, yeah.
Okay.
So is there a website that people can find a job? Where did you search?
Yes, there's also Facebook groups. I don't remember how I applied. I think I did it through Google. I don't know. I think they have a lot of websites actually, jobs.zz, something like that. You can find positions there. And yeah, I don't know where else you can find. I literally just Google jobs in Berna, and the first website was there, and I applied. And I didn't get scammed, so I think it's a good option.
Yeah, you can come far, but just Google what you need and Brno after.
Exactly.
Yes.
There is also a job fair, actually, I remember.
Job fair. Nice.
Yeah, on the first week of orientation week, they have a job fair, so you can apply for jobs there. So that's also
nice.
good.
And also, I would recommend setting up a LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, definitely.
And make connections. I think it's very nice. Yeah.
True. Have any of you done an exchange program? If so, where did you go and how did you go about organizing it?
So Erasmus, I would say.
Yeah, I was here, so.
Yeah, you were here for your Erasmus,
Yeah,
How did you organize between the classes?
Pretty simple actually. You just went through the program or the formula like my home university, the University of Bergen, wanted me to register for class and enrolled, and everything was fixed. It's very simple to find courses in the course catalog, and the options are so many, so it's hard to decide on which courses.
Yes.
Because it's so many.
And you want to take them all because you have short time,
Yeah.
Yes.
And I take 41 credits this semester, and
Wow.
it's not that much work. I feel I have a lot of free time all the time. I take it very on easy mode here. So.
Oh, nice. So it's definitely manageable.
Yeah, it's without a doubt manageable.
Okay.
You can take as low as 20 credits per semester, and I don't how people manage to just take so few courses because you will have so much free time.
True.
I think we have another question for you. From which part does the admission interview consist of?
Yeah, it's like
what they talk about in the interview.
Yeah, it's 10, 15 minutes
interview.
It goes very short.
Yeah.
They asked, I remember they asked about the essay I wrote for the application, and they look through your transcript from your previous schools and ask you about some courses you had there. Most probably going to get questions about your methodology class. And they ask you why you wanna live in Brno. The interview is pretty straightforward. It's not going to be like any huge surprises on what kind of questions you get. But I recommend that people come well prepared, especially when you think about the essay.
Okay.
Okay. So I think we are about to finish,
Are
maybe?
we finished already?
Yes.
Yeah, what is went so fast?
If you guys have any questions, you can contact either us, because in the website you can find our emails and our Instagrams. I'm totally fine with my profile is public on Instagram, so if you want to follow me and just ask me a question, you probably get a faster answer than if you email me.
Same.
So, yeah.
It's just Google Masiak student ambassadors.
Yes, in the website, or
and
you
will
can
find us.
contact admissions@fcss.munich.cz, and they will answer any questions. And I think that's it,
you very
right?
much.
Thank you so much for hearing us and for hearing our experience, and we hope to see you in the next semester, either for bachelor's or master's, international relations or human resources or energy policy. So thank you so much.
You.
Bye.
Ciao.